Marguerite. She was sobbing. I know where it is. I can take you to the reliquary.
So I finished The Poison King last night, my ebook, and I have some thoughts. I still like the world. I liked the first one a lot more than this one. I gave this one 3 stars, and I'm pretty sure I gave the first one 5 stars. The star is definitely the magical creatures. The whimsy of the world is still great. But I don't know, it seemed kind of disjointed. The action ended immediately after it started. Every conflict, we didn't linger in the conflict. We started a conflict and then immediately moved on. And I really kind of wanted to linger in those moments a bit more. I wanted more description. I loved the birds, the Garanas, I think they're called. I like the new character, Anya, I think is her name. I like her a lot. And the main character, the boy from the first book, who's the guardian between worlds, it seemed kind of flat this time around. I did like that we had a bit of a murder mystery going on. Overall, I had to give it a 3 because I just didn't sink into the world the way I sunk into it the first time. I wasn't absorbed, which is unfortunate. I would consider picking up the next one because I feel like it ended off with the potential for something really cozy and cute. I won't say what it is, but it involves lots of creatures. I also might not pick it up. I don't know. 3 stars. Queen of Air and Darkness. It's due soon too. When is it? 7th. And just to clarify, I am wearing a Chicago Botanic Garden sweater. I do not work at the Chicago Botanic Garden. I made it to page 349, so 33 pages?
Before he could offer to help, I pulled myself into the saddle.
Hey,
I had just gotten settled when a warm, soft weight pressed against my back.
Vespertine was written by Margaret Rogerson and read by Caitlin Davies.
Hachette Audio presents Nightstrider. Strands of her dark hair wriggled from their braid, whispering against her skin as she waited with predatory stillness.
So I paused my audiobook because I realized I didn't give my thoughts on Vespertine when I finished it. So I finished it while I was working. It was a nice distraction. I like all the books that I've read by this author. I think this one was a bit predictable at some of the beats in the story, but it was still really enjoyable, and I appreciated that there wasn't really a romance in this, and it still stood on its own perfectly fine without having a romance plotline. I love that all of her books are standalone fantasy, because sometimes it can feel kind of hard to find good standalone fantasy stories. Other than the predictability of some of the plot points, I think it was good. Some of my enjoyment might have been affected by the fact that I listened to a lot of it while I was doing other things, and so I wasn't 100% focused on it. And maybe if I had been like doing a craft instead of working or something and doing chores while listening to it, and I'd been able to focus on the story a bit more, I might have gotten more out of the experience. But I think I'm still going to give it a good solid 4 stars. It was a good one, and I think I'd like to own it. I think I'd like to reread it. It's one of those kind of classic feeling fantasies. Not classic in the sense of like knights and princesses, but classic and cozy.